Hi, and welcome back to Along the Path. I'm your host, Stephanie Myers with the Blue Springs Parks and Recreation. Today, I'm going to share with you all the new things that we have in store for you this summer. We have new programming, new events, Red, White, and Blue Springs. Plus, we're going to hear about summer camp, all the new things that we have in store for you. It's going to be great. Today, I have with me our summer camp director, Mary Palmer. She's going to share with us some of the new great things that we have for our summer camp program. Mary, thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure, Stephanie. Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. So, Mary, summer camp's coming up. It's going to be awesome.
It is going to be amazing. So excited for kids to have a chance to come in and learn and play and grow. It's going to be awesome.
So where can we, if people don't have information, tell me about some of the information that we can kind of share with our viewers right now about dates, ages, some good details.
Sure. All of this information can be found on the city's website, but certainly you want to find information about when it starts, which is May 31st, so the Tuesday after Memorial Day, and it runs through the whole summer until August 12th. Each week we have a different theme, and parents can certainly choose to do 1 week, more than 1 week. You can even choose to do the whole summer. Enrollment information, registration packets can be found on the city's website, or you can pick them up at the field house, whichever's more convenient for your family.
Awesome. Now, are there any age restrictions to summer camp?
Yes, you do need to have your children be 5 years old and to 12 years old. That's a huge age range. And what we do is we put kids in age groups with kids who are their age, and it helps to make sure that they are able to do some of the same things and reach some of the same goals, have some fun with somebody who's about the same age as them, make new friends, which is one of the things we love about summer camp.
No, absolutely. I mean, summer camp was some of the best memories that you have as a kid.
Yeah.
So what a great opportunity for our kids to do this summer.
Sure.
So tell me pricing. Do they get anything when they come to summer camp?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, number one, they will receive a pass for the whole summer for that child to the Blue so that they can swim. We swim 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But then if you want to take your family to the Blue on a weekend, your child is already paid for because of that pass.
Oh wow, that's cool. I didn't even know that.
Cool. I know.
See, that's why you're here.
Yep. We also go on field trips 2 days a week. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we jump on the bus and go on an adventure, which is really exciting. Part of your enrollment fee of $120 per week per child also means that you'll get a great t-shirt for your child to wear and a water bottle. Got to make sure our kids stay hydrated. We play hard, we learn hard, we have a lot of fun. So that's something that's really important for us, is to make sure that your child has a water bottle every day. So we provide it. Before and after care is also taken care of.
Really?
So most of the activities are going to take place between 8:30 and 4 o'clock, but before care begins at 7. And then if you're working and not able to get here until 5:30, our after program lasts until 6.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
And that's all included in the $120 per week. There's another bonus, Stephanie.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
Okay, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, lunch is also provided.
What?
I know.
You get lunch, field trips, all sorts of awesomeness.
Yeah, and we're making new friends, we're learning, we're thinking about, what do I want to be when I grow up, what do I want to experience? So when we have our weekly theme, let's say it's engineering week, we're going to go to Legoland so that they can practice structural engineering. Maybe we're going to make ice cream, and they'll learn about chemical engineering. So it gives kids an opportunity to not just have fun and eat ice cream, but to learn about maybe a future career path.
That's great. Thank you for sharing all this information.
Sure.
I have one last question. So I know there's a lot of kids that, have been going to summer camp and maybe they've aged out. So is there any programs or anything that you can share with me about some of those kids that still want to get involved, but maybe they're a little too old for just the summer camp part?
Absolutely. So any of our kids who are over the age of 12 have an opportunity to apply. This is something that is so cool, Stephanie. I'm so excited about this. They fill out a real application like it's a job. They write an essay, and so our friends who are 13, 14, 15 have some of those pre-job skill opportunities so that they can become a CIT, a counselor in training. So these are going to be kids who have some leadership skills already. Maybe they have been to summer day camp or another camp experience, and they want to have an opportunity to help out a little bit. So under the guidance of one of our regularly hired staff members, or one of our regular counselors, they're going to have an opportunity to start pre-learning job skills.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are getting as excited about summer camp as I am. Thank you for sharing all this, Mary. This is great.
It has been my pleasure. Thank you, Stephanie, for having me.
No, absolutely. It's going to be awesome. Give me a pound it. Woo! Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll be back.
Movies, family, free, and under the stars. Blue Springs Parks and Recreation is excited to announce the new Movies in the Park series. Grab a blanket, a lawn chair, family and friends, and head on down to Rotary Park in Blue Springs to enjoy a free outdoor movie and popcorn under the stars. Movies are family friendly, featuring the Minions on Friday, June 3rd, and Good Dinosaur on Friday, August 26th. Both movies begin at dusk and are shown on a huge inflatable screen with state-of-the-art projection and sound system. Activities will begin at 7:30 and the movie will start at dusk. Come join us for this free event. For more information, go to our website at www.bluespringsgov.com.
Hi, and welcome back. We're at Pink Hill Park, and we're talking with the Directors Forum with Director Dennis Doble about what's going on with our Parks Master Plan.
Thanks for having me today. Our Parks Master Plan started in January with focus group meetings. We met with the public at that time and kind of went over our process and what was going to take place, hearing what those groups had needs for within our park system. Then through the month of February and March, we had a citizen survey that was statistically valid that was sent out to random homes. We also had an online survey that allowed all residents to complete that survey and let us know their thoughts. And so kind of where we're at today is we're getting ready to hear the results of those surveys and that study, and then see how we can implement those findings into a comprehensive plan for our park system.
So Dennis, tell me, why is this necessary to help with the growth of Blue Springs?
Well, I think it's important. It's like anything. If you were to build a house, you'd want a set of plans, and it's much like that. As our community continues to grow and develop, not only do we have existing parks, but we also have future needs and future growth of our park system. And so what the master plan will do, it'll allow us to take a look at our existing park system, determine what those needs are, where our shortages are, where our deficiencies are at, and what improvements can be made to those. But along with that, as our growth continues to occur down south in the Chapman Farm area, south of Moreland School Road, in that area, there's going to be the need for parks to serve those residents as they move into that part of the community. And certainly we want to make sure that the community's input is taken into consideration as we start thinking about some of those future developments, and that's what the Parks Master Plan will allow us to do.
That's great. I think it's important that that the community has been so involved with helping kind of their voices being heard.
Well, I mean, certainly staff has ideas, but more importantly, we want to make sure we carry out what our community tells us they want and build things and design things that meet their needs and not just what our thoughts are. So that community input is very important in this process.
Great. There's a lot of things going on with Fieldhouse. I mean, you've done a great job over at the Fieldhouse. What kind of updates do you have?
Well, we've been open now a little over 7 months. The Fieldhouse has been very, very well received. We are about double what we projected for memberships. So that's been really positive. Our day pass users have been extremely well attended as well. One of the things that we've changed here recently is our day pass policy. That day pass policy, we're now requiring individual waivers for anybody that's on a day pass. That just allows us that if there's an issue that occurs, that we can contact somebody in case we need to have somebody taken or need assistance with them, so we can get in contact with somebody. It also allows us to track better the users and be able to monitor what they're doing as far as how we can better promote promote the field house to them and meet some of their needs. One of the other things that we did is we, just for our day pass users only, is we have changed our rate structure a little bit. We created an in-service area as well as an out-of-service area. And certainly our in-service area, we feel like it's a very a large area. It not only includes Blue Springs, but certain parts of Lee Summit, Independence, and Grain Valley. And then those users that are outside that area, their fees have actually increased so that we can continue to meet the needs of our service area in a better way.
Just another great way that you guys are adding more value to the memberships and the people that are visiting Fieldhouse. That's great.
Certainly hope so.
Yeah. Over the last year, we have gotten 7 months since we've been open. You guys have gotten several awards. Tell me about these awards. This is fantastic.
Yeah, we were awarded by the Kansas City Business Journal the Capstone Award for Community Impact. That was an exciting award to receive. And then also by Tarkett Flooring, we were awarded the Indoor Recreation Facility for North America. Just recently, we have been nominated for an additional award through Athletic Business, and we should hear about that later on this year.
Well, right on. That's great. That's great to hear. Well, thank you so much for the updates, Dennis. It's great to hear from you as always. And if you guys would like to join us for Coop's Corner from Randy Cooper.
Hi, this is Randy Cooper from the Blue Springs Parks and Recreation Department. Welcome to Coop's Corner. Well, the sun is shining right now, and I got guys out planting flowers and trees and stuff, and it just reminded me that I get a lot of questions from time to time about what to plant, where to plant, how to plant, and what does some of those plant tags that we all see mean. Thought I would take a little bit of time to try to straighten some of that out. Today I'm at Vesper Hall, which is one of the city's senior centers in Blue Springs, and we've got a lot of plantings here, and especially a really nice butterfly garden. And that gave me an opportunity to point out a lot of different things. And when you go to your local home improvement store or nursery and looking for plants, you'll see all these tags, and a lot of times you just don't understand what they mean. So I thought I'd clear that up a little bit. The most important to me is the part about shade or sun. Full sun means the plant needs 6 hours at least of full sun every day. Part shade means 4 to 6 hours of full sun. Of course, full shade means it doesn't really need any sun at all to grow. In fact, sometimes they thrive better when they are in full shade. All plants use sun. Sun's how they get their energy, how they grow. So they have to have, at least the minimum requirements that's on that tag. Another thing to be aware of too is the plant will act differently depending on how much sun it gets. If you get a plant that has red leaves on it and you put that in the shade, it's going to turn green because it needs more sunlight than it's getting, and it's looking for that. So the leaves will turn kind of green to try to get that. Whereas if it's out in the full sun, it'll be nice and vibrant red. Same thing with a lot of the flowers. The flowers react to the sunlight. They look toward the sun. They move toward the sun. If you'll watch some in the morning, they'll be facing the east, and as the sun goes toward the west, the flowers will actually turn and trace the sun across the sky. Really cool stuff, and it really doesn't change the way a lot of landscapes are, but it's just something to think about when you go to pick out a plant. One of the things that we try to do in the city is try to find environmentally friendly plants, or ones that will help out the environment in some way or form. One of those is our butterfly garden, and we put plants that butterflies really like. They'll come in and they will nest and maybe populate one of our butterfly houses, and you know how that sort of goes. And another things we try to do is try to get stuff that absorbs water to prevent runoff, prevent erosion. And a lot of the plants, especially native plants, are really good at halting some erosion and taking up that water that's excess of what the plant normally gets. The reason for that is, especially with native plants, is they put a lot deeper root system in, and because they're native plants, they know what our soil's like, and they know that they need to have a good deep root system, and they will really get down there and grab a lot of water. There's also the difference between perennial and annual. Another question I get a lot. Perennial means hopefully all conditions are right, that plant will come back year after year after year. Annual is kind of what it says. It just, you have to plant a new one every year to get the desired effect. And a lot of times we'll do both, because some of the flowers that we want, some of the colors we want are only available in those annual plants. At the same time, the perennials will also be a more permanent landscape element to our planting beds, and they will help define beds, help establish that erosion control and those kinds of things. One more thing I wanted to talk about was flowers. Now, we all read the tags and we see the pretty pictures on them. We buy them for that color, that texture, all those qualities that really add to our landscape. The one reason that we have to really pay attention to the flowers is when it's going to flower. Some plants really like to flower in the early spring. Some don't wait until the fall to color. Some like the heat of the summer to bloom out. And so when you're looking at these tags, read the directions on them and kind of get that timing issue down too, because not only do you have nice flowers, but sometimes you'll plant one and there's nothing happening, but all of a sudden in mid-August or September, all of a sudden it blooms out. So those are the things you have to kind of plan. A lot of times bulbs, you plant them in the winter or the late fall and they'll come up in the spring. And at the same time you'll have stuff that doesn't come out until, like mums that come out in the fall. So you can have the same plants or two plants in the same bed that flower at different times. It really adds a really nice effect. Now, I hope this answers some of your questions. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to give me drop me a line, give me a note somehow. Go to askcoop@bluespringsgov.com and we'll figure it out. We'll see you next time on Coop's Corner.
Come on, it's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Hi, I'm Lexi Poindexter, currently a student at UCM and resident of Blue Springs. Did you know that couples that play together stay together? According to a study done at BYU, couples who spent more joint time participating in recreational activities actually felt more satisfied in their marriage. We encourage our residents, both young and old, to get out and be active in our parks and recreational facilities with their loved ones.
Are you ready for some football? This year, Blue Springs Parks and Recreation is offering its first ever recreational flag football league. This 12-week program will consist of 4 weeks of practices and an 8-week season, with games being held on Saturdays at one of the local Blue Springs parks. Our program is for school ages kids kindergarten to 7th grade, broken into 4 divisions based on the grade they are entering this upcoming school year. Registration deadline is July 27th and the cost is $60 per person. Each child will receive a t-shirt and a mouthguard to help keep them safe. For more information, information, call 228-0137.
Hi, and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk with Heather about some of the new and exciting things that you might have seen in the new 2016 Summer Guide. There's a lot of new exciting programs and events that are coming up this year, and I'm really excited to hear a little bit more about them. Can you tell me about some of this new and exciting stuff that we have planned this summer?
Yeah, we've got several new programs this summer. A lot of those are happening here at the Field House. A couple of those are Parents' Night Out and the Family Lock-In. And then we also have youth flag football this year and mud volleyball for those of you who like to get down and dirty. And the new event, Outdoor Eats, that'll also be happening this summer.
Wow, that all sounds really exciting. Tell me a little bit more about the Family Lock-In.
So the Family Lock-In is an after-hours event for families with kids 6 and over. It's going to give families access to the building when we're closed, so we'll have the full turf field open, we'll have the courts open and available, we're going to have some games and other activities scheduled, and then also we'll have the Zumba instructor here so you can do the Zumba Kids class.
That sounds fun. So, Parents' Night Out. I know as a parent I'm always looking for a great way to get out and about. Parents' Night Out sounds like a great night. So tell me a little bit more about what the kids can expect and what parents can expect.
Yeah, for those of you who are looking for an excuse to get out and you don't want to go through a traditional babysitter, we've got Parents' Night Out, so you can come and bring your kids ages 5 to 12. And we'll have themed activities each night. We've got one in May and one in June. And we're gonna have, let's see, cosmic bowling. We're gonna do glow-in-the-dark dance party. We've got some other fun things that I can't quite tell you yet, but we're also gonna be having, we're gonna provide pizza and drinks for the kiddos too.
Well, it sounds like my kids would probably have a great time. I'm sure other families will too. So let's talk about Outdoor Eats. I mean, that sounds really, really cool and entertaining and also really informative. So tell me a little bit more about what people could expect from coming out to that class.
Okay, yeah, the Outdoor Eats program is actually going to be led by our park staff, Randy Cooper, and he's been in Scouts for quite a while, so he's really excited about outdoor cooking. I myself really enjoy camping, but I traditionally just end up cooking baked beans. So he's going to be talking about how to properly season your cast iron skillets and your Dutch ovens, how to take care of them so they last a long time, and then he's also going to be teaching some different recipes, giving you samples, and he'll send some recipes home with you.
Wow, that sounds amazing. So there is a lot more other stuff that I found in this guide. So talk to me a little bit about, we had the flag football, right? And
mud volleyball's coming up.
Mud volleyball, all right, getting down and dirty.
Yeah.
How could I ever forget? So all that information is available online at bluespringsgov.com and also throughout the guide. Sounds great. It sounds like there's a lot of great opportunities for families to do some fun things this summer.
Absolutely.
So where can we get some more additional information on these awesome programs that we have other than just the guide?
Well, our website is going to be a great resource for people. You're going to find different pages on each event there, and also our online registration system. So I would really recommend you check out bluespringsgov.com for more information.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing all this information with us today.
You're welcome.
Sounds like our kids are going to have a great summer.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Now, let's hear about the Red, White, and Blue Springs, sponsored this year by KFKF and St. Mary's, along with some firework safety tips to help keep you safe this summer.
The air will be filled with music and fireworks come Monday, July 4th. This event is free thanks to our community sponsors and the great city that we live in. Gates open at 6:30 for all guests, and our live entertainment begins at 7:30, and the summer skies will light up at 9:45. It's going to be a great night, and we know this year's event will be one of the best yet. See you there at Red, White, and Blue Springs.
So I'm here today to talk about 4th of July and the fireworks safety that we need to pay attention to. My name's Eddie Saffel. I'm an assistant chief with Central Jackson County Fire. And every year we have injuries and some fires related to fireworks use. And we just wanted to talk a little bit about what you can do to minimize either injury or the risk of fire to your home or somebody else's home. A couple of things that we would like for you to follow are only use approved fireworks. For example, in Blue Springs and Grain Valley and most of the CJC district, you're only allowed to use fireworks that go into the air and completely consume, or things that are shot on the ground. So for example, bottle rockets, night parachutes, skyrockets, those things are not allowed because when they go up, they don't completely consume and sparks can fall back down. Things like Roman candles, those are allowed because the firework comes out, completely disintegrates or burns up, and there's no residue. The other things that you can watch for are making sure that kids don't shoot fireworks by themselves. Always have adult supervision. Shoot them off on pavement so there's no grass or brush around that can start on fire. Make sure that if a firework doesn't go off, that you don't go right away and walk up to it, because sometimes they're delayed. Either they just don't function properly or something's happened to the fuse, but when they are delayed like that, you go up, you start to move them around, and then they go off, they can do damage. Don't hold them in your hand. Shoot them as approved, for example, out of a pop bottle or a pipe or something sitting out. Make sure you always have plenty of water around, either a hose or buckets, in case those things do start on fire. One of the things that we run into a lot are burns from sparklers, because after those sparklers go out, they stay hot for a long time. So you want to put those in water and make sure that they're cooled off before you touch them. And really just use some common sense. It's fire, just like playing with a match. We don't want anything that you could start on fire playing with a match to be caused on fire or started on fire by playing with fireworks or using fireworks. We recommend commercial fireworks displays like Blue Springs or some of the others around the area. If you're going to do them at home, please use caution and pay attention to what you're doing, and have a safe 4th of July.
The new Spring Summer Blue Springs magazine is out and about. Hopefully you received your copy delivered right to your home. This magazine is full of great information about our award-winning city. You will find out important contact information, community calendars, programs for all our residents of all ages, tips, did you know facts, camps, developments, and so much more. Magazines are available for pickup at the new Blue Springs Fieldhouse and City Hall if you need a copy. We also offer the magazine in digital file online. Get your copy today.
Thank you for joining us today. And I'm so excited that you got to hear more information about all of our new exciting programs and events that we offer at the Blue Springs Parks and Recreation Department. If you want more information, go to our website at bluespringsgov.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. And if you have more questions, just feel free to email us at parks@bluespringsgov.com. I'm Stephanie Myers, and I'll see you at the parks.